Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. In an ideal world, we would want all our wishes and desires to come true, or at least most of them, if not most of them, or at least the important ones, some of the ones, but maybe the important ones. So we live a life of lot of material pursuits. We are looking at a good career, we are looking at a good bank balance, we are looking at a good family life, maybe a good looking spouse, a well respectable spouse, maybe even a celebrity spouse. Some of us may be aspiring for that as well. We want children to be doing good, we want children to add a feather to our caps, make us feel proud, and we want our parents to be proud of us, and we also want to have big achievements, if not the greatest achievements. If we can't have big achievements, then we want to have enough achievements to call ourselves successful as we see success and not as somebody else sees success. So everybody will define success in a certain manner, and in that manner, in that line, in that trajectory that we define success, we also have our wishes and desires in that line. So for instance, if somebody wants to become a celebrity in their own right, say for example a movie star, then their wishes and desires will be around the glamour world, and to be very successful in acting, to work with other greats in acting, and to live the glamorous life, and to have millions of fans all over the world, and to live it up and also get a lot of awards, a lot of achievements, a lot of recognition as well. So each one of us will have our wishes and desires based on our criteria or our definition of success. Now all of the houses in our horoscope have manifestations connected to some or the other area of life. For example, the second house is the house of earning, of livelihood, but also the house of principles and values. So what is the zodiac telling us? The zodiac is telling us that you can earn your livelihood, you can get your savings, you can get a lot of money, but please don't forget your family values, your family traditions, your principles, because your connection to your livelihood, your earning, is somewhere deep rooted to that also. Many of us who may not find that connection, if we are unethical in the way that we earn our money, then some other houses also get affected. For example, the first thing which gets connected to that is our mental peace and domestic happiness, because Venus is the Karaka of the fourth house, and Venus is the ruler of the second house, which is the natural second house sign, which is Taurus. And many a times we don't see these connections, but it is important for us to see these connections. If we don't see these connections, then we go on a certain trajectory without seeing which other place we are getting our lives affected in that area, and then we lose out, and then we feel what did I do wrong, where did I go wrong, why did this happen to my children, why did this happen to my health, why did this happen to my parents, why did this happen to my property, and then we are lost. We are not able to see the connections. But it is important to see our connections, especially the connection to the 11th house. Why the 11th house? Because 11th house is the biggest house of gains. Now at a material level, the 9th house is obviously the biggest house of gains. There is no question about that. Many shlokas have also said that the key to the doors of fate and luck opening for you is the 9th house. However, in olden times, the 9th house was also the house of learning, higher learning, and also being more religious, also being somebody who is also following on the paths of the gurus, teachings of the gurus. The teaching of the gurus can never be to do unethical things, unethical mannerism. So the 9th house is still the most important house of materialistic success. However, the 11th house is the house of your wishes and desires coming true, which may or may not be connected to only the financial remuneration. The 11th house is also a Kama Bhav, which is also connected to the 5th house of romance, because it is the opposite house of 5th house of romance. So the 7th house is the opposite house to the Lagna, then the 11th house is the opposite house to the 5th house of love, romance, or what we love to do. So our wishes and desires also come from the 5th house of romance, and what kind of girlfriend or boyfriend we get out of that romance, because the 11th house being the 7th house to the 5th house. However, the 11th house is also the biggest impediment to the 4th house. What is the 4th house? 4th house is a domestic happiness and a mental peace. The 11th house is the 8th house to the 4th house, which means that our wishes and desires can be an impediment to our mental peace and a domestic life, because if we have those wishes and desires which don't allow us mental peace, and all the time we are chasing those wishes and desires, then obviously we can't have mental peace, we can't have a good home life or the good domestic life. But at the same time, the 11th house is the 3rd house from the 9th house. What is it saying? It is saying that without effort, the 3rd house is the house of effort. So the 3rd house from the 9th house means without effort, the gains of the 9th house will not be manifested. So having wishes and desires is good. However, without putting in the effort in the direction where you want the doors of fate and luck to open for you, your wishes and desires cannot manifest. But the 11th house is also the 6th house from the 6th house. What does that mean? The 6th house is the house of competition, hidden enemies, and also sickness. It means that your sickness can be a hindrance. Your hidden competition can also be a hindrance to your wishes and desires getting fulfilled. But the irony is that the 11th house is the 12th house to the 12th house. What is the 12th house? 12th house is the biggest house to moksha, and the 11th house is the 12th house to the 12th house, which means that loss of moksha is because of your wishes and desires. Because of wishes and desires get connected to materialism, materialistic lives, not is it only an impediment to your mental peace, your domestic life or domestic happiness, but it is also the biggest impediment to moksha itself. So what is the zodiac telling us? That be careful of what you wish for and you desire. The other thing, if you see, Saturn rules both the 10th house and the 11th house, at least in the Kalpurush Kundli, the sign of Capricorn and Aquarius. So in that manner, they both are connected. How are they connected? The 10th house is the house of karma. The second house to any house is the earning of that house. So the earning of the karma comes from the 11th house, which means without karma, without effort, without hard work, your wishes and desires cannot be fulfilled. At the same time, if you see the second house of earning, from there the 10th house is the 9th house, which means the gains of money and earning will come from the 9th house to the second house, which is the 10th house. So if you don't do your karma, then the doors of your money will not open. The doors to your financial safety, the financial well-being, the livelihood and higher earnings will not come to you till you do your karma. And the 11th house is the 10th house to the second house, which means the doors on fate and luck will open through your karma, but the wishes and desires can be fulfilled to what you work in, how you manifest the earning through a career, through the vocation that you take up, to the profession that you take up, through the occupation that you take up. And hence the 11th house is getting connected to both your money in the second house, to your karma or your career connected to the 10th house, and also what you love to do in the 5th house. The 5th house is not only the house of romance, but it is also the house of what you love to do and you wish to do. So the 11th house gets connected as every other house, but this gets connected very, very strongly to the manifestation of livelihood, manifestation to your wishes and desires coming true, manifestation to the doors of fate and luck opening for you. And the 11th house has Aquarius sign energies, which means societal recognition, societal gains, huge adulation, huge success, huge societal recognition comes from the 11th house. And hence in today's time, till the world wants you, the world loves you, the world adores you, you cannot say you're super successful. So today if you see any people who are super successful in the world, they are the people who have beyond the national boundaries adulation, acceptance. So those people can truly be called celebrities who have a fan following and who are loved and accepted and desired all over the world. And so true societal recognition cutting across boundaries comes from the 11th house. And so today's time, the 11th house of social recognition, large societies wanting you, loving you, accepting you and desiring you, and hence your wishes and desires fulfillment comes maximum from the 11th house. So how your wishes and desires can come true, you have to see how the 11th house gets connected to your career, through what your wishes and desires can be and how you fulfill them. For example, if your 11th sign is the sign of Cancer, so then the fulfillment of your wishes and desires will come through creativity, through innovation, through a nourishing, a supporting role, through an empathetic role. And if there is a planet which is placed in it, for example, Sun is placed in it, then without taking the responsibility and accountability of the role that you are playing and leadership that you show, you will not get the adulation, the success. And see where Moon is placed then, because 11th sign is Cancer, so where is Moon placed? And then wherever Moon is placed, for example, if Moon gets placed in the 5th house, then the wishes and desires will get fulfilled in a caring, supportive, nourishing, leadership-oriented role in what you love to do and what you desire to do, of the 5th house. This can come also through media presence, artistic endeavors which the 5th house represents, converting your hobbies or what you like to do in a social media presence, going out and presenting yourself out, which the 5th house represents, and through that your wishes and desires come true. However, if your 11th house is getting connected to the 6th house, then serving others or overcoming competition, maybe overcoming competition in a sports oriented role, because the 6th house is also the house of overcoming competition, and in the sports field you also need to overcome competition if you have to win, if you have to excel. And then what planets are getting connected by virtue of the 11th house planet sitting in a certain role or with other planets, and what planets are placed in the 11th house also becomes important. If this gets connected to your Bhrigu Bindu or your Nakshatra Lord, then you get super success. I want to take you through the horoscope of one such person who has got super success, because the Nakshatra Lord gets connected to the 11th house, wishes and desires get connected to the 4th house of assets, huge money, huge adulation, and connected to both the 5th and the 6th house. The 5th house is what you love to do, and the 6th house is to overcome competition, and through overcoming competition achieving name, fame and recognition. Now this is the horoscope of the footballer Cristiano Ronaldo, widely regarded today as one of the greatest footballers ever. He is currently playing, he plays for the Portugal team at a national level, and he has just moved into the Manchester United team, if I am right, and has moved to the city of Manchester in the United Kingdom. However, he has played for Juventus, he has also played for Real Madrid, and he is one of the most celebrated footballers, winning many championships, winning many Footballer of the Year awards, and even the Golden Boot. So let's say in his horoscope how the 11th house of wishes and desires gets him huge success, name, fame and adulation. So firstly, his horoscope is that of Sagittarius, which itself is a ascendant of taking lot of risks, being very adventurous. However, the Lagna Lord is placed in a debilitation sign in the 2nd house, which itself shows that the person has to live for others, do for others and take responsibility for others, because Jupiter is placed in the 2nd house in a Capricorn sign where it gets debilitated, but with Sun. Sun is leadership, Sun is accountability, and here Sun rules the 9th house of fate and luck and is placed with the Lagna Lord and Mercury in the 2nd house, and Mercury is his Nakshatra Lord because his moon is placed in the Nakshatra of Aslesha ruled by Mercury. So Mercury becomes his most important planet. Now what is his 11th sign? His 11th sign is the sign of Libra, the sign of relationships and the sign of balance. But you have Ketu placed here, which means his wishes and desires from a relationship point of view may not be very successful, especially because Libra is ruled by Venus, which for a man is also the manifestation or the denotation of a woman. However, the Libra sign ruler Venus lies exalted in the 4th house, and with Mars rules the 5th house of romance, which means that a lot of Venuses will come into his life through romance. However, they may not remain long in his life, both because Ketu is placed in the sign of Libra, which doesn't allow him to settle in a long-term stable relationship, and his 7th Lord Mercury goes 8th from itself. However, his 11th Lord Venus getting exalted in the 4th house shows that in terms of assets, name, fame, recognition, large house, beautiful cars, beautiful girlfriends, all will be given to him. But how will he achieve that? He will achieve that through sports. Why sports? Because Venus is placed with Mars, the Karaka of sports, and here Mars rules the 5th house. The 5th house is what you love to do and what you desire to do, and the 5th ruler being Mars and placed with Venus, which rules the 6th house of competition and overcoming competition. So playing sports, which Mars manifests what he loves to do, and overcoming competition, and then through overcoming competition in sports, excelling, because Venus is placed exalted here, and his 10th Lord Mercury is also his Nakshatra Lord. Now when you connect that to the Navmansh, this is a very peculiar position. Why? Because in the Lagna chart, the 11th Lord Venus gets placed in the 4th house with Mars. In the Navmansh, again Venus and Mars are placed together, but Venus is in a debilitation sign in the 4th house, which means women don't come and settle into his life for long, and hence while he has 4 children from his first girlfriend, an unknown mother to his child, then 2 children out of surrogacy, and then a long-term relationship with Irina Shayk breaking off. So multiple romances also not leading to a married life, though he has already reached his 33rd year. However, on the other hand, his 11th Lord Mars again gets placed in the 4th house. So in the Lagna chart, 11th Lord gets placed in the 4th house with Mars, and in the Navmansh chart, his 11th Lord Mars gets placed with Venus in the 4th house. In the Lagna chart, Mars is his 5th ruler, gets placed in the 4th house, and in his Navmansh chart, Venus is his 5th house ruler and placed in the 4th house. So strong interconnection between Venus and Mars. However, where does his Nakshatra Lord Mercury get placed? His Nakshatra Lord Mercury gets placed in the sign of Aries in the 11th house. So his Nakshatra Lord promises all his wishes and desires coming true, except from a long-term relationship in a domestic environment, but enough number of women may come into his life as girlfriend. And this is manifested strongly again because of Moon and Rahu getting placed in the 7th house in the Navmansh chart. The other peculiar thing is that how does his 11th house get activated again in the Navmansh chart? One through his Nakshatra Lord getting placed in the 11th house in the sign of Aries ruled by Mars, and so he excels in sports, and it gives him consistency because both Mars and Venus are placed in the nakshatra of Uttara Bhadrapada, which is ruled by Saturn, and Jupiter gets placed in the sign of Aquarius ruled by Saturn in the 9th house. So in the Navmansh, Jupiter gains a lot of strength because it goes into the 9th house, which Jupiter is the natural ruler, being the ruler of Sagittarius sign. However, it is placed in the sign of Aquarius, which has the 11th house manifestations. So the 10th Lord Jupiter getting placed in the sign of Aquarius ruled by Saturn, and both Venus and Mars are placed in the nakshatra ruled by Saturn, and Mercury, which is the nakshatra Lord, getting into the 11th house, and Mercury is also his 10th Lord in the Lagna chart. So you see friends, the 11th house becomes the most strong manifestation of your wishes and desires coming true. However, it will give you the promise of certain results coming to you, and in a certain manner, how in Cristiano Ronaldo's life we saw sports is how it was manifesting. Huge name, success for him, huge big assets for him, name, recognition, everything. though it was denying him a long-term stable domestic life. Especially huge name and adulation because his Nakshatra Lord gets placed in the 11th house. In his Navmansh, the 10th Lord Jupiter gets placed in the sign of Aquarius, and both Venus and Mars both get placed in the Nakshatra ruled by Saturn, and Saturn has the 11th house and the 10th house energies. And the Lagna Lord in the Lagna chart, Jupiter again gets placed in the sign of Capricorn, in the sign ruled by Saturn. And so long-term stability, giving you all the name, fame and adulation over decades together, and that's what Cristiano Ronaldo's life has been. So check in your own horoscopes, which has been the key to all your wishes and desires coming true. See what it is manifesting, what promises it is giving you, what probabilities it is giving you, but what challenges it is also throwing up for you, and what results it is denying or giving you less of, and through that be able to manifest wherever your wishes and desires are coming from. Use the 11th house energies, the sign energies, the planets placed there, the 11th Lord placed in a certain signs, what yogas and doshas it is, and through that fulfill all your wishes and desires. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the link given below. Until some other time with some other video, this is your friend astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.